There is another offer for Sara Lee, and it may be exactly what the board is looking for. Bloomberg has learned that a group led by Leon Black's buyout firm, Apollo Global Management, is going to offer about $20 a share for the packaged food company, and that's what the board indicated was a fair price when it rejected an offer last month from a Brazilian meat processor. Bloomberg's Cristina Alesci is right with me here in the newsroom, and she has a little bit more on Sara Lee. We know you have been following the bids, the counter bids, and the new bids. So where is Sara Lee most likely to go? Which offer are they likely to accept, if any?
That's an excellent question, and that's one that the board will seek to answer this week when it meets. And the dynamic here is that the company really wants all the buyers, or the potential buyers, they want to give off an idea that splitting the company into two is an option outside of just selling it outright. So they're saying, okay, to the potential buyers, it's not really worth doing it for less than $20 a share, which Apollo and the other private equity firms that were interested in buying Sara Lee in the first place, they weren't really ready to start there. Would
it be split into food and non-food? I mean, what would the split be?
It would be meat and coffee, probably. So that would be that's the two main business lines. Coffee, the coffee business in particular is very attractive to the private equity firms because it's a very steady cash flow, and it's potentially a growth side of the business. So they can lever that up pretty. Now, both buyers in this case have their unique challenges. See, Apollo, if you combine the company is worried about debt and the amount of debt that's going to be necessary in order for Apollo to finance that takeover. With the JBS bid, the strategic buyer, which is a meat processor in Brazil, one of the biggest in Brazil, the challenge there is that you have several sort of stakeholders in that company, including the government is involved in JBS. They need a little bit of financing there, so they may have to bring another party in like Blackstone, and then you have the family that controls the company. So you're talking about 3 board seats that are going to have to get filled.
And we know, if we talk about price, right, that Sara Lee's board last month, we made reference to this, rejected an offer by JBS, just saying it's too low. And I know some of the numbers that you've been talking about with some of your sources, seems like the board wants $20 a share and really not a penny less, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that when you factor in all of the tax implications and everything else, really splitting the company into two would generate $20 a share for the company, for Sara Lee. So we're not going to accept anything less from a potential buyer.
All right, Cristina, we know you're all over this story, so the second there's yet another bid or revised bid, we know you'll be back with us. Thanks very much, Cristina Alesci, working on that Sara Lee story.